Faulkner, it's not there. He's going to tuck and run, and this is what he can do. Harrison Faulkner finds the corner. Is anyone going to catch him? Faulkner just knocked out of bounds around the 10. A busted play. He was looking for a wide receiver screen. It wasn't there. He got 40-plus out of it. No high safeties right now for the Panthers. They have a heavy man group up front. Faulkner, a quick pitch to the outside. Doster looking for a cutback lane. He finds it. JT Doster to the end zone. Touchdown, Titans. That didn't take long. Welcome back. A little toss and a little bit of room, and a lot of room from flying down the sideline. Pushed out at around the 24. North Oconee once again finding success on the ground.
Yeah, look. Gladiator offensive line.
Lawrence deep drop, nearly slipped. Now he's going to take a shot down the sideline, and it is nearly intercepted.
Looked like he
also seems like North Oconee is setting up a lot of quick passes for Harrison Faulkner, some bubble screens and some quick slants, trying to avoid the Perry pass rush. Faulkner with the deep drop this time. He's got pressure. He's got to try and escape, and he's not going to. Sacked around the 50. They're actually going to spot him on the other side of the 50 at the 49. Perry finally able to get a tackle for a loss.
He's going to bring the house here on third down and short.
Now, if you're North Oconee, does that invite the play action deep shot, knowing maybe that you have 2 plays to get this first down?
I think so. You talked a little bit about the high safeties. There's Carswell in the back there and Quentin Crane as the other free safety. So, you might take a shot, especially when it's so short and you've got the speed on the outside to maybe run a
empty set. Faulkner immediately pressured. Faulkner has a long way to go. He takes a shot downfield. He's got his man at the 10. Reverses and down to the 1. Right on cue, the Titans do take a shot. And they're inside the 5 with a chance to score once again. I think that's something that's not appreciated enough about this Titans team. You look at the offensive numbers that they've been able to put up through 3 weeks now. And obviously they're startling. But the defensive stats, they've only allowed 7 points. Little slip screen to the wide receiver in the flat. He makes a man miss, stays on his feet, finds some room cutting back. And he's going to get back some of the lost yardage and a little bit more down at the 25. Downs. They have trips to the bottom of the screen. This could be a bubble screen.
No, it'll be another inside run. A physical play from Joby McCannon, still going.
So Brooks Benton had an RPO option on that play. He could have pulled it and moved to the slip screen to the trips at the bottom, but instead he decided to give it right down Main Street, and the running back carried a tackler about 15 yards. So.
And it appears they're staying fairly heavy for this upcoming first down.
Yeah, 2 tight ends in the formation.
Takes a snap. Does not give it to McCannon, and he goes to the end zone for Dickerson. That was not able to get it, but it looks like he was pulling on the jersey of Deshaun Brown.
That was a bad read by Brooks Benton. He had Harrison Luke coming across on a post route, and Luke had his man beat on one-on-one coverage, and he decided to go to his seam route on the edge. Benton did not go through his progressions well right there. On that note, we were at North Oconee County High School doing our interviews yesterday, and they were having their team dinner, and they said, seniors, get up, you guys get food first. Almost the entire conference room stood up. There was like 5 or 6 people still sitting at the tables after that order, so it's not really an advantage for the seniors. Benton on third down, little slant crosser. He's got his man across the 50 towards the 46. Now on that note, obviously so much experience for this season, but you look ahead to next year, there's a lot of lost faces in that locker room and a lot of responsibility on some young guys. Now, we talked to Coach Arndt yesterday, and we asked him about Brooks Benton because a lot of the attention has obviously been with Harrison Faulkner, and rightly so. But we asked him, is Benton the guy who's going to get the keys to the kingdom? He's only a sophomore, but he's currently second on the depth chart when it comes to the quarterback. And Coach Arndt told us, obviously there's a lot of time between now and then, but yes, Benton being groomed to be that starting leader to continue the dynasty for the Titans. He brings a man across him. Play action. And it's knocked down at the line. Lawrence was looking for a crosser with Zaylen Sheets, was unable to find him.
Look.
The Titans utilized 6 different rushers in the first half. They get the ball around in a lot of different unique ways. Obviously with the sweeps, they like to implement their wide receivers in the run game. It's something that I saw when we were watching Madison warm him up. They were practicing that wheel route, and it worked really well right there. They had a really good catch, but he just went too far to the sideline, stepped out of bounds, and a good catch by our line judge.
Yeah, it's been a hot start for the defending state champions. 313 yards in the first half, along with 5 touchdowns, 1 on the defense. Their defense has now outscored their opponents 21-7. Over 100 yards both on the ground and the air. Everything is sort of clicking for the Titans. On the other hand, Clark Central a little bit of trouble. Just 50 total rushing yards, 22 passing yards. The interception return that they surrendered was 70 yards, so their offense collectively at about 72 yards on offense. The interception return 70 on its own. Amari Brooks, the starting tight end, and Dallas Dickerson, starting wide receiver, are out tonight, which makes Braxton Goolsby a huge factor in tonight's game. Harrison Faulkner is going to be under pressure with Perry's front four tonight, so Harrison Faulkner being able to find a consistent, reliable outside wide receiver is going to be crucial. Braxton Goolsby has been that guy tonight in this season.